He was trying to show it was business as usual. In the Kremlin, Vladimir Putin began the day meeting Russian Olympic champions. Like them, he hates losing. With the Olympians, Putin was up close and personal. Not so with his next guest. The UN Secretary-General had come to talk about Russia's invasion of Ukraine. The seating plan said everything about the gap between Moscow and the international community.
Вы говорите, что гуманитарные коридоры России не действуют.
You're telling me that Russia's humanitarian corridors in Ukraine are not functioning. Mr. Secretary-General, you've been deceived. The corridors are open. We've helped more than 100,000 people leave Mariupol.
And from the UN, a plea to Russia for peace.
It is my deep conviction that the sooner we end this war, the better, for the people of Ukraine, for the people of the Russian Federation, and those far beyond.
The Kremlin agreed in principle to UN and Red Cross involvement in evacuations from Mariupol. But Moscow isn't rushing to halt its offensive. For diplomacy to succeed, there needs to be the political will for peace. But right now, there's little sign of that in the Kremlin. Vladimir Putin seems determined to continue the offensive he launched in Ukraine, at least until he can secure what he can present to the Russian people as a victory. That means no ceasefire in Ukraine. The Russian military continues to attack and continues to deny that Russian troops have committed war crimes. Kremlin critics argue that considering the scale of destruction, the UN chief should have travelled to Ukraine first before flying to Moscow.
I'm not in a position to give any advices to the General Secretary of the United Nations, but I would probably go to Mariupol first. I would go to Bucha. I would go to Irpin. I would go to all these places, talk to people, and then fly back to Moscow and meet with Putin and say, Mr. President, what you're doing is crime.
Russia claims to be acting in self-defense. But it was President Putin who ordered his troops to attack Ukraine. The Kremlin started this. It's determined to end it on its terms.